Alright. Let's just take a little trip and start it over and yeah, we're gonna okay. So after taking this thing under quite a bit of water, my starter shot, so I got a new one. This is a Remy Starter, 60 some bucks, brand new, not a remanufactured. So I'm gonna put this in here and see if it fixes my starting issue. I've checked the battery voltage, I've charged the battery, I've used the battery charger to try and give the system more amperage, and it still doesn't want to crank because the starter was completely underwater for over 2 hours, I think. And I tried starting it while it was underwater. So, pretty sure the starter's shot. Look at that, HUD opens fucking 2 hands now, or 2 fingers. I greased up that, and now the hood opens like a charm. So yeah, everything's very muddy. Oh yeah, the engine was also full of water. That might have not helped at all. So yeah, we're gonna replace the starter. Safety precautions, motherfucker. Your starter, at least on this model Cherokee, the positive cable from the battery goes directly to the starter. So it might be a good idea to disconnect one of the terminals so you don't shock yourself or other fun things. Alright, down to business. Underneath there's going to be 2 wires, the positive cable and I think the switch to start it, the starter. So you disconnect the wires and you can pull the starter out with 2 bolts. I think it's a 14 and a 15 millimeter, something like that. I don't know, I'll show you when I get under there. Alright, here we are from the front of the vehicle looking back. On the passenger side is the starter motor. There's one of the bolts right there, and I can't see the other bolt, but I'm pretty sure it's in the back. But there's those connections I was talking about. So unhook them, and we should be good to yank this thing on out of here. Hooray. Bottom bolt's out. Top bolt's out. Remember the bolt's there. That big one's not it. Tell me how I found that out. And both the wires are disconnected. So, time for the fun part. There's water dripping out of the starter, so it still has water in it. Exciting. Ew. It's icky. I don't want to touch it. Careful. Ooh. Okay. Yep, that's still a flex plate. Cool. Hello? Is anybody in there? Hello? Hello? Get me out of here. We're gonna safety first, motherfucker. Yep, they're the same. New versus the old. Purdy. So, yeah, that looks, lovely. So does that. So, yeah. You can do a test to see if it works outside of the engine. So, this wire right here turns the motor. This right here is the positive lead, and that right here is the switch to start the solenoid. And the entire system is grounded through the body of the starter. So, if you look over here, I have the positive wire hooked up like it would be in the car, and the ground just being grounded over there. So, you can do 2 things. You can jump from the positive to this, and this will start it like the car would normally start. So it activates the solenoid and turns the motor. If you jump just from this to that, it will turn the motor, but not jump this solenoid. And I'll show you what that means if I can get the camera just right. There's the gear when it is inside the housing. Trying to get a good angle here. Come on, motherfucker. There. And if you jump it, it'll do this. But as you notice, the motor was not turning. So my motor's got enough shit in it that it won't turn. That's activating just the motor, and it won't turn. Sometimes you can hit it with a hammer and get it to turn for a little bit. Sometimes. That's how I was lucky enough to get it home. But as you can see, this starter is kind of kaput. And I'll show you what the new one looks like too. Here we go, the new starter hooked up same way as it was before. Now we're going to jump from the positive wire to this little switch, and that'll show us the full movement of the starter. So, let's see if I can set you back up again. Okay, so, starting. So that's what a starter should do. Look at that, it's shiny. There you go, new starter is installed. So now for the fun part, see if it actually does its job. Woo. Don't forget that battery terminal you disconnected. You did disconnect it, didn't you? Okay, time for the magical sounds of truth. Here we go. Oh boy, listen to that. Yeah. I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, boy! Starter in the house! Well, that's nice. Hooray! Things are running again. Now to find out if my alternator still works or not. That's gonna be the next one. But there you go, that's how you successfully get your car started if your starter doesn't work. Yeah. Die. Hope you enjoyed.